want to say, such a huge fan of you and your work. And this show, I just loved it. You were amazing in it.
Thank you so much. It really means a lot to me. You have no idea. Thank you.
Course. And so, I feel like with projects like this, we get so much time to have a real journey with the main character. What do you hope viewers who relate to Liv take away or learn from her story and the series overall?
I mean, it's such a, it's such a specific journey for her. But I think in a way, we were all for the last few years stuck with our thoughts a lot.
Okay.
So I feel like that's a scary thing. And I feel like that's what people are going to be able to connect with her on, this idea of what do you do when you feel like the world is ending and you're stuck by yourself and you have to deal with all the things that you normally don't have to deal with because you're distracted with work and life and being outside and with people. And so what happens when you're on your own? And I think a lot of people are going to be able to connect with that because we all just went through that. So I think, what I love about this show is that it's so surprising because every time you think you know where it's going, it like turns into something completely different. And it's really deep. It's all about a woman trying to find answers and having to deal with, life switching it up on her and like her plans not going according to what she wanted and having to accept that because there's literally no other choice. And I think that's maybe the lesson in that, and that sometimes we're seeking answers and we want certain things from certain people that you just are not going to get. Mm-hmm. And so what do you do when you're in that situation? And it's a journey of acceptance. I think it's a journey of acceptance and of like knowing how to grow and move past trauma by yourself.
Yeah. And I want to give you a fun question. Which of your other characters do you think would be the best person to be stuck in this sort of survival situation with?
Oh my God. That's a really good question. I think probably Lynn would be fun. Lynn from Vita would be a fun person to be stuck with. I don't know. I feel like she's just spontaneous and would probably make it a fun adventure. And she's, very athletic. So they could probably like do a lot of like physical stuff. But yeah, that she would be my go-to. Yeah, if I were stuck with one of my characters, it would probably be her. Because as much as I love Vanessa, I don't need my nails done in the wild.
That's a good answer. And, I feel like you don't really think about what you would do in a situation like this until you watch something like this or you hear a true real life story about something similar. So I'm curious, when you were reading the script and doing these scenes, was there anything that Liv had to do that you were like, wow, I would have never thought to do that? Like, that's brilliant.
Yeah. I mean, she has some knowledge. Liv is, a normal person, but she was a Girl Scout when she was younger. So she remembers certain things and the knowledge of like when the clouds are low and how the light reflects. And so her thinking that that's when she's going to be able to see if anywhere around there's a town. I wouldn't know. I would just be like depressed. It's going to rain again. I'm going to find shelter. I'd be useless. I wouldn't know what to do. But like, I feel like that was a good moment for her of like recalling certain information and knowing what to do in that moment, and that leading her on the rest of her journey.
Yeah, there were so many like scenes in there that I was just like, oh my gosh, my mind is blown. I just want to say thank you. I'm Latina. I love seeing the representation you've brought to so many amazing characters and work on my screen. And this was no exception. Thank you for taking the time. And I can't wait to see everything you do next. I appreciate
Thank you so much, Sophia. Thank you. It means a lot.
Fanboys, professional artists, and professors. Maybe a nerd who's just like you, talking about the things that you like too. So I invite you to the NOC. In full color, you see me. The hard knock life, comics, movies, and TV. Yeah, pop culture with a different perspective. Watch it on your screen, hit play, so check this.